man here. Friend of mine for 15 years.
A former XWA champion, a premier athlete in his own right, looking to claim a crown that many have fought their way to claim as well.
Go get it! Go get it! Right now!
2 pounds, Jason Blade!
It's his time! Yet again!
His time has passed, Corey. His time was years ago. Well, maybe when your time was, okay?
Wow. Throwing a bit of shade is a broadcast colleague.
What is he? Oh, look at the wall of champions. What is he, number 3? How many we get up there right now? Come on.
You're talking about a man who broke his way into a groundbreaking promotion like RWH before it was a household name.
All right,
You're talking about a man who paved the road these kids march upon in hopes to have the same kind of glory.
I've called matches where Jason Blade beat world famous performers. I have been there since Jason Blade's first wrestling match. I will always stand behind Jason Blade.
I had a world-famous clam cake earlier this afternoon. Nobody's eating it outside of Warwick, okay? So take that for what it is. Yeah, you see what you don't even... Never mind.
You ate a clam cake.
Maybe you should go back to being 7 or something.
Maybe you should go eat some more clam cakes and shut up.
Folks, as things unravel here at the commentary booth, clearly there is a lot of emotion behind the championship reign of Jason Blade in years past. But let's talk about the championship reign that could take place here tonight.
Here it is. This guy is unbelievable and has been outstanding. Unstoppable.
Trigga? I wasn't a fan at first, but now that he ditched that Rich Bass, we had a little talk.
A little talk.
Weighing in tonight at 217 pounds, he's the current reigning and defending XWA Fire Brand Champion, Trigga, the OG.
Now don't get me wrong, Rich Bass, he's probably still calling the shots. But I think personally, if there was one thing hindering Trigga from being who he can be to his fullest potential, was having Rich Bass at ringside.
A lot of what has happened with Trigga the OG has happened with Trigga the OG himself. However,
Well, basics, I am a man of my word, and I did say that I will face this chump in the ring. But you should know, Blade, that there always is fine print. Now, I said I would be in this match, but I never said it would be a one-on-one. I never said this would be a singles match.
oh no. Here we go. Trigga the OG one more time, making the rules himself. Like he's in charge of the XWA.
Well, let's take it to Rich Palladino with the official announce. No, wait a minute.
Tyler Centron showing up now ringside. He's in this match. Doesn't even make any sense.
Well, folks, we don't have this in our program. We don't have it in our cards. But clearly the champion is throwing all his weight around
listen,
tonight.
Nova, don't make sense of it. Give him a chance.
Hold on, man. Jason Blade, see, every time we go one-on-one, there's some type of tomfoolery going on. There's all types of cheating going on. I brought my man here to watch my back. Right? Hey, you take your Betty Davis eyes off my man right here. Ladies and gentlemen, my new backup, the man that's going to ensure that I walk out of this building still the Firebrand champion, Mr. Tyler Centron. Give it up.
So we had Xander Killen, who couldn't get the job done on Thursday, and now Tyler. I think Tyler's a good choice, if you ask me.
This is about me. So in this in this triple threat
You heard it. 2
We'll
on
have a
1.
triple threat tonight for this Firebird champion. If you're man enough, we'll get it out going tonight. These basics want to see it. They want to see a new champion, don't ya? You bunch of basics. I'm the only choice. I am the greatest Firebird champion.
Corey, you're right. This may be a triple threat on paper, but Tyler Cintrone is officially, whether they say it or not, on the Killanova Incorporated payroll. And in my opinion, that's a lowbrow move. But you know what? I'm going to ask a question. Bob Whitney, what's your take on all this?
It's a triple threat. It's going to be 33 1/3% of effort.
So you're on the side of Killanova Incorporated?
I never said that.
Oh,
I never said that.
Please.
I haven't had any type of change in perspective on Trigga the OG or any sort.
I will say the deck is stacked against
It's
Jason Blade.
not stacked. Come on. There's 3 men competing for 1 title.
No, this is not a triple threat matchup, gentlemen.
Oh, just because they're standing next to each other?
We're in Trigga the OG and Tyler Cintrone having a little chat. Their final strategy.
Gee, I wonder why.
And I imagine that Trigga the OG is probably going to go buy popcorn right now as he heads out of the ring and away from the action. And right there.
Jason Blade with his back turned to one of 2 adversaries. Falls victim to Tyler Cintrone's offense. And folks, there are no countouts in this matchup. So potentially speaking, Trigga could stand outside all match and choose his moments
Bobby,
to
the
get
other
involved.
thing, and sorry to interrupt you, the other thing that could happen, though, is that Trigga the OG could lose his championship if Jason Blade pins Tyler Cintrone in the center of that ring.
All possibilities.
You think that's really going to happen? Let's be honest.
I don't know what's going to happen. It's pro wrestling, sir.
You
Anything
think Blade's
can
going to
happen.
pin Cintron? Have you seen Cintron in action before?
I have. Have you seen Jason Blade before?
Yeah, 20 years ago.
I've seen him for 20 years.
Bob Whitney is alluding to the history that Jason Blade has in our sport. Tyler Cintrone, one of the top prospects coming out of the New England Pro Wrestling Academy. Trigga the OG, completely confident in all of the prospects coming out from there. He's got himself some extra. Oh! Never mind the insurance Trigga bought. Jason Blade came to throw down.
That's it, Jason. And stomp the crap out of that idiot. We've had enough of him. Blade over the top, floats over.
Jason Blade, no stranger to the XWA Firebrand Championship. He could go home with it around his waist.
Switchblade right there. This is over. Oh, man. And now, finally, the courageous Trigga the OG runs in from the outside and puts the boots to Jason Blade.
Was he courageous, right? Is that what he said? You
I called him courageous.
Hey, that's a fact. Stating facts, finally, you're doing something.
You deep. And right now, Trigga the OG exulting in the adulation of the boos of the XWA fans, while Bob Whitney and Bob Rossi wipe each other off, and it's gross to see it.
It's a one-way street. He's my bitch.
Well, that's good. I'm glad someone's bitch around here. Yeah,
folks, it has been a very, very warm evening here at the XWA Event Center, and Trigga the OG, right before bell time, bought himself some extra insurance. That and Tyler Cintrone. Now, you got to question the decision made by the board of directors. Why would the integrity of this matchup be compromised? The answer is this. Tyler Cintrone has had a series of victories in the last 4 to 5 Thursday night throwdowns.
Yes, Bob.
Our weekly spotlight.
Helen Thomas maybe beat the other night, maybe?
I mean, that's a high-profile victory, Bob.
Maybe, you're right.
You know, this kid shows a lot of promise. We could potentially see him in more Firebrand Championship bouts down the line. Maybe that's why they chose to sign off on this. But clearly, there is an agenda at play as Blade has been completely victimized by both of his adversaries here tonight.
And Trigga the OG with that patented offense, that vicious whip, that drop whip into the ropes, followed with that devastating clothesline. And there he is. There's your Firebrand champion, XWA, standing proud that he stacked the deck mercilessly.
Should be. He's a stand-up guy, Trigga.
I wouldn't go that far.
I have a whole change of heart towards him. I can't even believe we even incarcerated him before.
That's right, you know, folks. Joey Bones having charges pressed against Trigga the OG.
Poor guy.
You know, in months prior. But we're not going to drag up old history. We're going to talk about what's taking place right now. Jason Blade has had an axe to grind with Trigga the OG for months on end. However, the consigliere of Killanova Incorporated continues to tip the scales in his benefit, in his favor, and tonight's no different.
Oh!
He's getting his...
Look at this. Blade taking it to both men right now.
And look at how clever Blade is. That's a veteran right there.
That's a guy with
Trigga.
eyes behind the back
go.
of his head. No, he is carefully surveying all the competition in the ring. That's what you do in a triple threat. That's what has made Blade a former champion, dude.
Yes, sir.
Trigga's going to walk out with it. You know that, though.
I
right?
don't know about anything
You
in this
know
matchup.
that. And you're deep down inside. In your heart of hearts, Rossi.
I mean, what does Trigga's underwear taste like, Whitney?
It's a little salty.
Couple of suplexes right there from Blade. He's getting back on top, doing what he can with the odds down, rolling over, and now he's trying for a pin on Cintron. He only gets 2.
What you need to do, Corey, is you need to sit down. You need to have a smoke with Trigga the OG. You guys need to become acquainted with each other.
He
and then
shared
maybe you'd have
my
a different
smoke.
perspective on him.
He shared a smoke with me. And
No, he gave it to you to hold for him. He didn't share it with you.
Disgusting. It was gross and I couldn't deal with it. However, now Trigga the OG and Tyler Cintron are stalking Jason Blade from opposite sides. Blade is surrounded. Even though he's firing hard, double axe handle right there. And Cintron takes Blade out of this game.
All we're going to hear about for the next few weeks is how the odds were stacked against them, and it was 2 against 1, and Jason Blade deserves a rematch and another shot. This should be his last shot here tonight, Corey.
I'm not going to disagree that this should be his last shot, but he should have had a one-on-one shot, Bob. He really should have earned that. He deserves that, and now Trigga doing what he does best outside the ring, unleashing those hard shots. He is a nasty competitor. And I've said this time and time again. I don't like the way Trigga the OG works. But what I do like is how successful he is in this industry. And his bad attitude gets him a lot of victories. And you gotta like that.
One thing you have to do is respect the man. Look at this. All the blood rushing to the head right now at Jason Blade.
Look at that. Blade gamely fighting back.
On an orthodox way.
He floats over and fires back.
Shots being traded back and forth. Of course, Blade the underdog right now. You have to ask yourself, is Tyler part of this Killanova culture, or is he just a hired gun for tonight?
Either way, it doesn't matter. Trigga's got the bread to hire the men. Oh, my. And they wipe him out with one shot. Everyone's down.
Maybe you know. What does Tyler get out of this, though? What does he get if Trigga comes out of victorious?
I'm talking to Killanova?
I don't know. I'm just asking you, Mr. Know-It-All over here.
I talked to Jason Blade before this match.
I'll find it out. I'll talk to Trigga.
You do
then.
your best. God damn it. Can't wait till you're just back in the ring calling the...
Well, you don't know. God forbid Rich Palladino's here tonight.
Yeah. God forbid my best buddy is over there. You stink.
All 3 men down right now. It is a race to their feet as referee Jack Hill makes the count.
Hill's been doing a great job this evening with his matches. He's not here every week. We've seen Tony P referee basically 22 matches in a row. What the hell just happened there?
Looks like he overshot. Whatever that was being thrown at Trigga. Jason Blade is on fire right now, it looks like. Trigga, come on, you gotta do something here.
Series of clotheslines right now takes down both members, well, both opponents of Jason Blade. Blade with a side-stepping kick. Nice kick to the head now. Here we go. Blade with a nice jump
come
down,
on, get out here.
Flex. Oh, Trigga just sneaks out. Switchblade coming up. No, Blade ducks into that.
Oh, there we go.
Caught with a cutter.
There we go.
Caught with that cutter. And big trouble now for Blade.
Zentron dragging over Trigga, who's got the cover. Oh, and Blade able to get that shoulder up and stay in the match.
It's only two. One more time, and Blade hanging in there gamely.
His hopes of becoming the XWA Firebrand champion are still alive, Corey.
And it's only again that he would become the Firebrand champion. Trigga the OG rolls out, but why?
Trigga calling.
He's talking to someone out here, and oh, that's
who is this?
I don't even know.
What is this?
I do know what this is. That's a chair. And this is Trigga's favorite move of all his moves. You set that chair up, you toss your boy in there. And here we go.
This could put him away. This could retain the title. Keep it around the waist of Trigga the OG.
Blade firing back with all he's got. There can't be much left in the tank. Trigga the OG with that unbelievable ring presence. Sneaks over the top.
Oh, Blade. Into that chair. I don't know how much damage it did. Oh, no, Trigga now. Come on.
Switchblade.
Oh, no. Tyler's in it. Thank God. Come on, Citron. There we go. No.
The OG.
No.
He's got him. Tyler Citron.
Unbelievable.
The scariest
Unbelievable. Tyler Citron. How did this happen? Oh, no, this isn't what was supposed to happen. Trigga hired he hired the young gun.
That hired gun came in as nothing and walks out as the XWA Firebrand champion, defeating Trigga the OG and Jason Blade. And this kid is pumped right now.
This is not what we saw happen.